Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to say all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the house of David. Salutations to you, brothers, throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth in righteousness and sincerity. To you, Israelite foreigners, come back home to the truth. To those that passed on, serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh Shai, shall arise first. To you, sisters who believe, keep encouraging and supporting your brothers who out here teaching his truth, and always commemorate the sister who washed Yahweh Shai feet when you read the scriptures. To provide context, I'm going to tell y'all 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in the 4th lane. I need to be in the 5th lane. Hurry up, asshole. Pause. So, I wanted to talk to y'all about I just saw I guess she called it a bonus episode. Deacon Hakka's wife. And again, I'm not going to speak on a matter that I don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs of the situation. And to be fair, I haven't seen all of the screenshots that she had on him, because I'm simply working or getting ready to work when I'm watching the videos. So I'm not really watching the video, I'm really listening. And so I'm not going to offer an explanation or opinion about that situation, because I simply don't know. I don't know. I don't know who's right or wrong. I know nothing. What I can tell y'all is that whatever is true about that situation is off as hell. Meaning that if he did all that shit, I'm gonna tell you real easy. When somebody loves you, they don't hurt you like that. The scriptures tell you, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. And what do that mean? Think about it. Worketh. When you work, you're actually putting a hand to the plow to do something. This is not... I don't know why I got a cough, but I don't have a cold. But you would never, some people hurt people by absolute mistake. Some people really, they might say something they don't mean, they might get it, but to work ill means you deliberately thought of something to do to somebody and saw it through. That's why I pay close attention to words. And I suggest y'all do the same. To work ill to somebody, that means like you're actually, it's like a job. It's like you're actually going out of your way to hurt somebody. Now granted, most of the time, I would say, nobody actually, or hardly anybody actually goes through work or through trouble just to hurt somebody. Usually, I think, and this is where I'm going to insert my opinion, usually I think when people hurt people, they're usually doing it not out of wanting to hurt the person, but to gain an advantage. And that's wicked as fuck. People do what they do just to try to hurt people because they want something from them. And that's what you're hearing in the story. You're hearing about a man who's a piece of shit. You're hearing about and I'm saying in the story. I'm not saying Deacon Hakka, because again, I don't know what's what. I'm not going to speak on the ins and outs. But whether the story is fact or fiction, the character in the story that represents Deacon Hakah is a scumbag. And I'm going to tell you that a person like that loves nothing and no one. A person like that loves nothing and no one. Love bombing is typical for people that love nothing, and it's easy for them to say the word I love you. The words I love you. Very easy. Very easy. They don't mean it. They don't fucking have no power. On more than one occasion, I've seen somebody swear on their kids and be fucking lying. I swear on my kids. Nigga, you don't care about your kids? That's why I don't use the word. I don't talk like people. I swear to God. I don't know. Fuck that. I learned not to swear to God in Catholics. You know, not Catholic school, but when I was a real little kid. You know what I'm saying? Like in the church, and they had classes, and the teacher was like, yeah, you know, taking the Lord's name is vain is saying I swear to God, which I don't, you know, of course that's not the case now, but because God isn't his name. But I'm still not, the concept of swearing to the Most High one way or the other is still, I ain't doing it. So, you know, honestly, love worketh no ill. What does that mean? It means when you work ill towards somebody, it's a task. It's like, yo, I have to, like, for example, manipulators that use their friends for money, right? I know a piece of shit who used to always forget his fucking wallet. And okay, so I got, you know, during the era of PayPal, this person would say, hey, I'll PayPal you my half of the check. Their half of the check was always short. So then when you bring it up to, oh man, you're nickel and diming me. Motherfucker, you're not paying your fucking half. Like, I used to live with a roommate. Some of you know. That motherfucker used to always, like, not always, but for a bunch of months, he would not pay, he would always be short $10. $10 ain't shit, but come on, every fucking month, you're shorting me $10? Every single month? That's crazy to me. You know? At some point, when are you gonna... Now, this isn't working ill. This is just being fucking lazy, not getting change. Because this is what I didn't say. The motherfucker paid in all 20s. The problem is, if every month you're short $10, and you never pay more, you just always pay less. That's a person that, you know, maybe not deliberately is doing something wrong, but they're fucking lazy. And what it is their mentality is, well, somebody's got to take a loss, and it ain't gonna be me. You know what somebody like that, what I can say about somebody like that, they're not a person that's capable of loving. You can't love somebody and have that mentality of, well, if somebody's gonna take a loss, it's gonna be you, not me. Because that's almost exactly what that is, what that implies when somebody shorts, you know, their rent. You know what I mean? They're half of the rent. What was it, $650? Because it was $1,300 for the apartment. It would be $640. You know. And most of the time, he wasn't around to give me the money. He just left it on the table, on the kitchen table, whatever. Yo, that's for you. You know what I'm saying? I deposited. I didn't even count it. I would deposit it, and then that's when I fucking find out. Because I would. The way it worked was, I had a checking account, so I would leave a check in a specific location for the landlord. But it was just funny how every month this motherfucker was, you know, and if you ever brought anything where he shortchanged you to his attention, then it becomes an argument about, oh, you're nickel and diamond and you're stingy. Like, no, I'm just not trying to be shorted either. You know, numbers are very precise. Money is very precise. It's either a $5 bill, $10 bill. It's either $6.50 or it's $6.40. You know, because that was his half of the rent. You know, but anyway, that's not a person that work ill. He's just a fucking lazy shit. But you have people that work ill. You have people that really say, hey, how can I get money off of this person? Oh, you love bomb them. You make them feel safe and secure. And then you be like, yo, you got to give me all your money. That's what you're hearing about with the Deacon Hakaz's wife. I'm just not, you know, I keep saying, you know, I don't have enough proof because I haven't watched everything. I've listened to everything, and I know I have heard some audio, but you know, manipulators are manipulators, man. Manipulators are manipulators. That's one thing, you know. Like, you ever been in a situation where you go above and beyond? I'm gonna tell y'all something. You ever had a job, for example, that when you go above and beyond for them, their reward isn't something that's in your favor. Their reward is more hard work. That happens too. That's working ill. Like, motherfucker, I just went above and beyond and now you want me to do something else? Like, fuck out of here. People are like that, though. People are scumbags. People are evil. You know, I've been in that situation. You don't want to be in a situation where somebody, you know, think about this. This is the main thing that I want to impress upon y'all. Again, providing that her accounts are 100% accurate, which I do believe they are, but I can't, again, you know, I can't side with her without proof that all that is correct. I can condemn them for what is correct, what's proven, you know, but some things are, you know, no witnesses that I know, you know, so, but either way, the story that I'm hearing can say anything, but what I actually hear is I depend on a manipulator, on a narcissist. And that's one of the worst situations to be in. Where the person that you depend on, the person that pays your bills, the person that you depend on their assistance for your livelihood. You know, this is a woman that, you know, I don't know what her ability to work is like. You know, all those videos I see, I don't see her move around or walk around and shit. So, you don't know. Maybe she, you know, my mother and my ex, they walk around with a cane. You know, I have an ex who's, you know, if you see her, she, you know, looks able-bodied, but, you know, she's got a problem with her foot, which causes her to need a cane to walk. You know, so we don't know what this young lady's situation is like as far as if you know, if she can even walk. You know, so we don't know. This woman basically depended on this man. And, you know, it saddens me to hear about it because it's damn, your father introduced you to this nigga. You know, but we're living in this type of society, man. People associate love, and this is why it's tough. I wouldn't suggest anybody be a ride or die for anybody other than the Lord. Because these are fucking manipulators, man. These fucking guys, these fucking Israelite cult leaders in camps. You know, that's why I love the situation I'm in spiritually. You know, there's nothing requested of us that's out of that's out of line or bad. You know what I mean? Or advantageous to one person or one group of people. You know, it's a great situation. When you're not being controlled by your camp leaders. I mean, granted, I'm among camp leadership, but you know, well, I guess that's why it's good, because you know, I wouldn't be a good manipulator. You know what I mean? I couldn't. The conscience, it would just bother me to have someone that's so invested in me and take advantage of them. I couldn't. I don't know what the first step would be in that shit, but I wouldn't want to take that first step. I feel bad when people love me, when I feel I'm being loved too damn much. You know, you can't have a conscience if you're a manipulator. A manipulator has to make themselves feel like they're the right, like, and then it's funny, manipulators, I know manipulators very well. Manipulators make you think you're wrong for questioning their manipulation. Manipulators will not accept the fact that they are manipulating you. That's how bad they is. I mean, the evils that they commit, they're horrible. They're terrible people. But, you know, anyway, just understand one symptom of love is, do they do things with your best interest at heart? Doesn't mean that they have to do what's right for you, or, you know, that's one thing. Like, we have this thing in America, this type of friendship where, oh, you got to be there for me anytime that I need you. No, sometimes I need to be there for myself. What the fuck? Like, you know, a friend doesn't ask a friend to abandon themselves for them. A friend doesn't let someone lose out on things for them. So, understand, love worketh no ill. If somebody's working ill towards you, if somebody's doing a lot of harm to your life, you better believe that person doesn't love you. I don't give a fuck how much they love bomb you. Wouldn't be the first time somebody said a lie to get something out of somebody in history. So, Baba Kusha, please, Israel, understand that. Understand that, you know, when you love someone, you want the best for them. So if somebody is treating you like they don't want the best for you, but they don't want you to do well, that person don't love you. Somebody takes all your money, no type of consideration. Consideration is love. Thinking about you, thinking about, hey, I do need a favor, but will this favor hurt you? Then I don't want that favor. That's love. That's love. Saying, not even asking somebody for help because you know that person's willing to help you, but if they help you, they're hurting themselves. That's love. If somebody can't take your best interest even when they're in need, that's not love. You have to care about somebody's best interest, not just yours. But with that, I'm going to say shalom.